Hello everyone, it is the end of Inktober officially, and as promised I wanted to do a full flip through of all of my Inktober pieces for you. At the end there will be a couple of tips that I learned this year that helped me get through Inktober. If you're new here, hello, my name is MadameBerry. I am an artist and game developer, and I upload art videos here on this YouTube channel. Without further ado, let's get started. So this piece here is day one. Let me see if I can rotate this for you. That's a better view. This is day one with the theme Poisonous, and I incorporated that by drawing some hemlock around her. I also filmed this video. I'll link to that in the description and in a card if you want to see the time-lapse of this. The rest of them are 2 per page, so the rest of this will be horizontal. So day 2 and 3 on this page are Tranquil and Roasted. For a lot of these I don't have too much to say about them, so we'll be kind of going through quickly. Day 4 and 5 are Spell and Chicken. Days 6 and 7 are Drooling and Exhausted. This is where I kind of started to struggle with Inktober. You can see the quality of my pieces kind of dip in and out, which I'm not super happy about, but when you're doing daily illustrations, sometimes it happens. Days 8 and 9 are Star and Precious. Ten and 11 are Flowing and Cruel. This is probably my least favorite piece. I just don't like anything about it. The pose and the face are both... I struggled with them a lot. Days 12 and 13 are Whale and Guarded. Days 14 and 15 are Clock and Week. This is where things start to pick back up again and I kind of get back into the flow. I do dip down, you know, it roller coasters a little bit, but I, at this point, developed a method and a format that I'm more comfortable with. With the earlier pieces, I was trying to fit more of the body on one page and I was struggling with how small everything was. But this is about where I decided to blow things up, focus more on portraits, and a lot of the pieces that I drew in going forward, I'm a lot more happy with. Days 16 and 17 are Angular and Swollen, and this is my favorite piece. This page, both of these pieces, I like a lot. But Angular is by far my favorite illustration from this whole month. Days 18 and 19 are Bottle and Scorched, and this is kind of, I dipped back down a little bit here. With Scorched I tried something that I'm very uncomfortable with, which is very stark block shading with just black. And you can see it didn't work out super well, but everything is a learning process. Days 20 and 21 are Breakable and Drain. Breakable is another one of my favorite pieces. Drain, not so much. I definitely need to practice drawing people of color. I like how the hair came out, especially with the green rim lighting, but the face is something that I struggled with immensely. It doesn't help that I was drawing an angle that I'm definitely not comfortable with. Days 22 and 23 are Expensive and Muddy. I also filmed Muddy if you want to see that. I will link that in the description too. I also reviewed the paper that all of my Inktober pieces are on. Days 24 and 25 are Chop and Prickly. Days 26 and 27 were Stretch and Thunder. I think a lot of people really liked this one, although it wasn't one of my favorites, but it seemed to be more popular. Days 28 and 29 were Gift and Double. Double was another one that I kind of struggled with. I think I just didn't put as much time into it as I needed to. And then that brings us to day 30, and today's 31, Jolt and Slice. I like these two. They're not my favorites, but they're up there. Although, honestly, this little bit with the sliced eye creeps me out a little bit. I'm not typically one to do body horror or gore. I'm a little bit squeamish, and it's just a tiny bit unsettling, honestly. So some things that helped me finish Inktober were to pre-pick my tools. One thing I would say is don't leave yourself beholden to your choices. So I picked fine liners and teal ink, plus gold embellishments. But as you can see with some of these, I didn't use the fine liner at all with this one. So if you leave yourself beholden to the choices that you make, you don't let yourself experience the process that you really want to experience. If on a particular day you really feel called to a particular tool, use it. Just because you picked fine liners doesn't mean you have to use fine liners every day if you're really not feeling called to it. Or just because you didn't pick something doesn't mean you absolutely cannot use it ever. Shaking up the process like that helped me not get bored with what I was doing. Another thing that helped was to decide on a consistent theme. So I wanted to do portraits of girls using the aforementioned color scheme and supplies. That helped me avoid decision paralysis when it came to how I was going to interpret the official prompt. Using a prompt to begin with can help avoid decision paralysis because it gives you a concrete thing to draw each day. But with the official prompts, I think they're so vague sometimes that I need a little bit more. The last thing that helped me finish Inktober this year was a little bit controversial. I pre-sketched my Inktober pieces. So I sketched about a week in advance. This took the pressure off of coming up with an idea, sketching it, and then inking it all in one day, which was the biggest struggle with the past couple of times I've done Inktober. This is the first year that I've finished, and I think it's because I pre-sketched my pieces. So that is it for Inktober 2018. If you like this video, make sure you're subscribed. I upload typically once a month, although recently I've been uploading far more frequently than that. If you want to help support my videos further, head over to my Patreon page where you can subscribe to my content for just $1 a month. I upload high-resolution art, exclusive coloring pages, wallpapers, early access to videos, and more. At certain tiers, you can even get commissions from me. Tune in tomorrow for day 1 of Huevember. Thanks for watching, and take care!